This 26 Sports and CCTV high school football presentation is brought to you by Wolverine Power Cooperative and Great Lakes Energy. Your local electric cooperative is looking out for you. And by Munson Healthcare Cadillac Rehab Services.
Okay, we are joining the Mesick Marching Band. There's National Anthem. Okay, that was a great rendition of the National Anthem by the Mesick Marching Band, directed by Mr. Craig Jones. And, of course, they always sound good. We've been here and listened to this band before. My name is Jeff Castillo. I'm in the booth tonight with Mr. Mike Redman. How you doing tonight, Mike?
Very good. Very good.
All right, nice to have you up here again. Once again, boy, we are lucking out with the weather. Oh, my gosh, it's just a beautiful night. When we were looking at the flag up there, it seems like it's a little breezy right now. Of course, the weatherman said it was going to chill out a little bit as the night went on, so we'll have to see how that plays out. But you are watching exciting high school football, 26 Sports and CCTV, and boy, do we have a good one for you tonight. We are at Baker Field here in Mesick, Michigan, and we have the Suttons Bay Norsemen visiting the Mesick Bulldogs. Both teams are coming in at 5-3. And are looking to get into the playoffs. So I don't know if it's a 100% clincher, but I'm pretty sure, more than likely, the winner is in.
Yep, that's what's put this game on the map tonight. One of the things I've got, besides the teams being very evenly matched, I believe that with some of the internet postings and things, this game is in the top 3 of the area for tonight. So.
Oh, by all means, man.
Surprised they didn't upgrade us. You know, they let us do it still.
Exactly, they still let us in. So, yeah, that's a good thing. So, looks like the Bulldogs are getting ready to kick off here to the Norsemen. That is Terry Fahler, the kicker for the Bulldogs.
He has a leg.
And here we go. He gets a good boot. Looks like he's going for the sideline just a little bit. Gets a good bounce. That's number 24 for Suttons Bay, trying to find some room to run, and well defended by the Bulldogs. So that was number 24, Lucas Mikesell, and he didn't get a lot as the Bulldogs were right there for the tackle. Okay, so Suttons Bay is going to start their drive all the way back on the 14-yard line. Nice kick by Terry Fahler.
Yeah, number 84 for the Bulldogs there. I believe that maybe Cole Spencer, freshman, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, good tackle. He spearheaded that.
Nice job, freshman.
Yeah, absolutely.
That helps with the nerves a little bit, you know, when you get that first tackle in there.
Well, he can have a good night tonight. That'll feed right into his next season and maybe one more game in the playoffs.
Okay, that handoff was to Mikesell. He might have got just a couple on that one.
Out to the 17, second
Looks
down.
like he's out to about the 17-yard line, maybe a gain of 3. That's going to bring up a second down and 7. Okay, here come the Norsemen. They've got a pair split out to the right. That's Evan Rohrback, their quarterback, number 2. He is a senior for the Norsemen. He takes a snap from the shotgun. He's looking to pass. He throws it up. He's got Mikesell, and off his hand and off a defender's hand, and that hits the ground for incomplete. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 7.
Well defended by the Bulldogs there. It was not a badly thrown ball.
No, he looked like he had a nice touch on it, but the Bulldogs were right there defending.
They did. They had the zone coverage, and guys were where they're actually supposed to be in the zone.
All right, so that brings up a 3rd and 7 for Suttons Bay. Mesick making to look an early stop here and get good field position. They've got 3 split out this time. Rohrback in the shotgun. He rolls to the right. He's got some room. He lofts it up. That's Mike's out right there, but nice play by number 7, Andrew Sanis, just to knock that down at the last second. Very nice defensive play by Andrew Sanis.
Yeah, well timed.
All right, so more than likely that is going to bring out the punt team.
Good stand by the Bulldogs.
Yep, good way to start the game. Little 3 and out for the Norsemen. So that looks like it is number 12, Bryce Opie, back to punt the ball. Bryce is a sophomore this year. And Andrew Sanis is back to take the punt. Punts off. It's a line drive, low and out of bounds. Didn't quite get to midfield. The refs are kind of getting it spotted down at, looks like, about the 45-yard line. So Mesick is going to start their first drive of the night inside of Suttons Bay territory at the 45-yard line.
Mr. Castillo, you've seen a lot of football over the years. Not insinuating anything there, but have you ever seen a punt with that kind of rotation on the ball? A helicopter rotation?
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen that before.
No, you don't see too many of them.
Wow, that was interesting.
I don't think if he did that on purpose or what. He's got the wind going,
yeah,
at his back a little bit. Of course, it's kind of a crosswind more than anything, but that's the way the ball did fly. Okay, so here come the Bulldogs. Hand off to number 7. He was in motion. That's Andrew Sanis. He gets down to the 40-yard line. Looked like a nice gain of 5 for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Wade Stagg on the left side there. Good block to open that up for Sanis.
All right, so that is going to bring up a 2nd and 5 for the Bulldogs down at the 40-yard line of Suttons Bay. Ethan Humphreys is the quarterback for the Bulldogs. He has had a spectacular year. I'm sure we'll talk a little bit more about that in the broadcast. He's in the shotgun. He takes a snap. He's looking to pass. Gets one out to number 12. That's Dalton Sabo, and just a little bit far out of reach. So that pass falls incomplete, and that is going to bring up a 3rd and 5.
Yeah, you could see Dalton had that look. As a receiver, you're not open all the time. And he was that time, and the ball just didn't get delivered. And it's like, oh, I was finally open.
Well, I'm sure he's going to get more chances as the night goes on for Dalton. All right, so here come the Bulldogs. They've got 2 off to the left. They got 2 to the right. Humphreys in the backfield by himself. Takes a snap from the shotgun. Gets a quick pass out to Sanis in the flat. Sanis fights up. Looks like he's short of the first down marker by about a good yard and a half, maybe 2. That is going to bring up a 4th down and about 2. And this could be 4-down territory for the Bulldogs.
Norseman covered that screen pass well. Sanis made the moves, but there was just 3 white jerseys there keeping him contained.
All right, so that was Coach Al Crocker, Assistant Coach Al Crocker, talking it over with Humphreys. They are going for it here on 4th down. A handoff to Sanis. Sanis is met, and it looks like he is going to fall short. That was a nice tackle by number 13, Michael Lauk, sophomore from the Suttons Bay Norsemen. And that was a nice big defensive play, and the Bulldogs are going to turn the ball over on downs to the Norsemen.
Like another one of those introductory tackles.
Yeah.
Welcome to the game.
Yeah, exactly. Introduced himself to him. Nice tackle by sophomore Michael Laux.
Absolutely no forward momentum once the initial contact started there.
Yeah, and that's one of those situations where if you stand there and let the running back come to you, he's probably got a 1st down. He stepped up, met him, and drove him back. Make sure and wrap it. It was a nice tackle. Okay, so here comes Suttons Bay, starting at their own 36-yard line. They fake. It's a keeper. That's Rohrback up the middle. He's still on his feet, battling over the 45-yard line. Looks like he got all the way out to the 46. It's going to be real close to a 1st down. And the referee is signaling that it is indeed a 1st down. That is referee Donald Torres. We have umpire Jim Sheets, line judge Lowell Berryhill, head linesman Charlie Ledoux, and back judge Brandon Klensky tonight. It's our officiating crew. Sure they're going to get a number of round of applause from the fans, you think?
Hey, that's why they do it. You know it is.
Okay, so Evan Rohrback on the keeper. He's got some room to run. He gets all the way up across the Mesick's 40-yard line. Looks to it's down to about the 38-yard line of the Bulldogs, and that's going to move the chains for a first down and a new set of downs.
Yeah, he got all the way to his counterpart out there at safety, Ethan Humphreys, and Ethan was luckily able to kind of get him to ride him down there.
All right, so Suttons Bay was not able to get a lot going on that first drive, but they got the offense in gear here on this second drive of the night. They've got 2 out to the left, 2 to the right. Rohrbach is in the shotgun. He takes a snap. It's a keeper again. It looks like the same play. Last one worked, so he's going to try it again. Why not? Looked like it was good for about 4 yards. Maybe 5. Looks like about 5 yards. Going to bring up about a 2nd and 5 for the Norsemen.
Yep, Tyler Shelley on the tackle. The Norsemen front are getting a nice seal on the Bulldog defensive lineman here. Quarterback looks like he has some wheels. He's getting by those first 3, and then he's got room to run. So,
well, I got a feeling we're going to see that play a number of times tonight. It's worked 2 times in a row. Okay, so here comes Suttons Bay, 2nd and 5. They got a little tight formation going this time. Handoff, that is number 24, Mike Sell. Mike Sell still on his feet, rambling over. There's Jorge Lewis and Terry Failer bringing him down. Not before he gets all the way past the 20-yard line to about the 19, and that is good for another Norseman first down.
Another 5 to 7 yards once the initial contact was made there. And he had 3 Bulldogs he was dragging down the field.
You know, he keeps churning his legs, and
they're tackling high.
Yep.
So
that's what's going to happen. So they're going to have to make some adjustments on that. Mike Sell with a good run and good push all the way for another Norseman first down. Okay, so Rohrbach takes a snap from under center, hands it off. That is Mike Sell again. And another nice run. Looks like he got all the way down to about the 10-yard line.
We're going to be announcing his name quite a bit tonight, so it might make some sense to mention that is just his last name. You know, his name is not Mike Sell. His last name's Mike Sell.
Yeah,
so
Lucas Mike Sell.
Yeah. He's kind of very deceiving there. But.
All right, so the Bulldogs are going to take a timeout and see if they can get their defense straightened around here, as Suttons Bay has been pretty much just jamming it down their throat and moving the ball on a pretty good basis here. They've got a 2nd and short. They're at about the 11-yard line.
Yeah, you're really feeling the power of that 8-man right now because they're putting twins on both sides, and if they can, just 3 guys in front then to get by, and you got an athletic quarterback, and if the front 3 guys can block, it almost takes on a schoolyard kind of feel to it with the running game. Sponsors for tonight. The only reason we can be here doing this, or one of the main reasons why, we're presented by Wolverine Power Cooperative, Great Lakes Energy, and Munson Healthcare Cadillac Rehab Services. Cadillac Tire, Napa with locations in Cadillac, Lake City, and Big Rapids. LC Materials, the Walkley Agency. Fox Motors of Cadillac, Godfrey Chevrolet Buick, Pizza Plus, Jennifer's Roundabout Restaurant, and Northern Exposure Campground.
Okay, and thank you to our sponsors for helping us bring this broadcast to our viewers. Okay, we've got a good one here. Suttons Bay is lining it up. They've got a 2nd and 1. Rohrbach takes the snap, hands it off to Lucas Mikesell. Lucas Mikesell stationing outside, and he finds the end zone. Touchdown, Suttons Bay. Looks like he wanted to go inside with that, saw something on the outside, bounced it out and in. So we'd like to take another look at that as he marched into the end zone. See if we can get a replay. All right, it doesn't appear that we're going to be able to get that one to you, but we will work on that as the night goes on. So that puts Suttons Bay up 6-0. We've got 7:29 left in this first quarter, and it appears that the Norsemen are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Rohrbach takes a snap from under center, hands off. That's Lucas Mikesell again. He is met.
Mikesell again on the carry.
That was number 84 on the tackle for the Bulldogs, freshman Cole Spencer, and he is able to keep him out of the end zone, so they are able to keep the Norsemen off the board as far as the 2-point conversion goes. So the Norsemen have taken a 6-0 lead here with 7:29 left in the first quarter.
Yeah, a couple of closely matched teams, and like you always say, those point-after attempts can really come to be a factor as the game draws in the fourth quarter. So.
Yeah, we're expecting a tight game here tonight.
Yeah.
2 pretty evenly matched teams. They don't have a lot of similar opponents, but For the year, they've scored. Mesick scored 290, and Suttons Bay has scored 296 coming into this game. And the points against, Suttons Bay has given up 180 points, and the Bulldogs 182. I mean, you can't get much more even than that as far as points against and points for anyway. So, both records at 5-3, looking to head to the playoffs. So we're looking for a great matchup tonight.
Yep, Suttons Bay has offensively got their wheels churning now.
Yeah, they sure picked it up after that first drive. Okay, here's Lucas Mikes with the kick. He gets a nice low liner. Looks like it wanted to go out of bounds, but it just stays in. That is Andrew Sanis picking it up. He gets over the 30-yard line all the way out to the 33, but I think he might have dropped the ball. And I don't know, I saw a lot of red jerseys down there. The officials are talking it over, and that is a turnover. Suttons Bay has recovered the fumble on the kickoff. And wow, what a huge play that is.
Well spotted at the Bulldog 32.
All right, so that is going to leave the Bulldogs on defense again. These guys thought they were going to be able to catch their breath, and so much for that. Hope they got a quick drink.
Yeah, because Suttons Bay has good field position here, so there's no time for a break.
All right, so Rohrbach takes a snap under center, looks back, he's fading. He puts it up. He's got number 86. That is Eric Halverson, and led him just a little bit too much for incomplete. So that's going to bring up a 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line of Mesick. Well, you had him open too. He just let him just a little bit too much.
Yep, and Suttons Bay is going to know that the Bulldogs secondary is young, and it's something we probably will expect to see tonight.
Yeah, and Halverson had some height to him, too. It looks like he's outmatched him as far as the height department goes. Okay, so that is Lucas Mikesell again. Looks like he got it all the way down to maybe the 29-yard line. Actually, maybe the 28-yard line, so a pickup of about 5. That's going to leave them a 3rd down and about 5.
You can definitely tell he's one of those types of back that's the plan is not to go down with the initial tackler. He's going to get yards after the first tackler tries to make the play end. But
yeah, and defensively, I'm telling my players, hey, you better wrap him up around the waist and keep your legs driving, or he's going to be going forward all night. Okay, that was Mikesell again. Looks like he gets down to about the 25-yard line, so he's short of the 1st down. And it looks like we have our first, is there a penalty? Looks like our first flag of the evening. And it is against Suttons Bay, so they are going to send them back. And they try it again. And I don't think they're going to decline this because this is not an area where you're going to punt the football. Well, did they march anything off? I don't think they marched anything off. I mean, he got the carry down to the 25.
Yeah, I wasn't familiar with that signal either. The umpire was.
I don't think they would have declined it from there. Maybe they did. I don't know. Okay. All right, so the Norseman front line gets a good push.
Yeah, they have a size advantage up front there on the Bulldogs. You can see that. And, the Suttons Bay front 3 are really playing with purpose right now. Mm-hmm. I mean, Mike Sell's a good runner. We can see that, but they're making space for him.
Yep, they are, and that was Rohrbach on the quarterback keeper. So he was able to get the 1st down, so they've got a new set of downs here. All right, here come the Norsemen. Rohrbach is under center. He takes a snap, fakes it to Goodsell, passes it. He's got somebody in the end zone, and it is good for a touchdown. That is Eric Halverson with a really nice catch and a nice throw by quarterback Evan Rohrbach. And we'll see if we can look at that one again. All right. So, okay, nice throw and pass here. Let's take another look at this. That's Evan Rohrbach putting it up. And beautiful catch. He got just beyond the defender and brought it in for the 2nd touchdown of the night for the Norsemen. Okay. They've got trips to the right here, single out to the left. Boy, it looks like all kinds of room to run, too. And that is actually number 12 taking the snap for the Norsemen. That is Bryce Opie.
Penalty marker before the play.
Dang, I was looking forward to seeing that one.
Yeah, I know it. Okay, so a penalty flag on Mesick. So that's going to bring the ball about probably half the distance to the goal line and going to make the extra point even closer. Norseman trying to tack another 2 on the board here, which would make it 14-0. That was all from the benefit of the turnover on the kickoff from their first touchdown. All right, so here come the Norsemen. Definitely a different formation than the first attempt. Okay, he hands it off. That's big number 44, Caleb Smith. And it looks like Smith is in the end zone for the 2-point conversion. So that is going to make it the Suttons Bay Norsemen 14 and the Mesick Bulldogs nothing with 6:03 left in this first quarter action on 26 Sports and CCTV. All right, Mike, so
Man.
Suttons Bay isn't messing around.
No, they're not. They're not.
Couple good drives, put it in the end zone twice. Meek's just got to get something going here.
Yeah, Suttons Bay is you can tell there's a little more spring in their step right now, and the Bulldogs are going to have to find some momentum somewhere. Don't want to dig too big of a rut in the first half.
No, absolutely not. All right. Hey, Mike, who is bringing us this broadcast in the behind the scenes, so to speak, here?
Absolutely. Our director is Jacob Owens. Replaying graphics, Kaylee Buck. Our cameras, we have Rain Johnson-Hill and Cameron Maitland and Morris Langworthy. And it's a really good situation. You know, we have students from our Career Tech Center here at the Wexford Misaki working with people that have the degrees and the knowledge in this area, and it's one of the greatest things about this whole situation.
Yeah, awesome broadcast tonight. We've got 2 crews going tonight. We've also got a crew at the Pine River Reed City game in Pine River. That is Andrew Sanis catching the kickoff. He gets all the way out to the 45-yard line before he is met by a host of Suttons Bay Norsemen. Nice return. So Mesick is going to set up camp at about the 46-yard line. And they're going to start their actual first drive of the night since they fumbled on their first kickoff there.
2 good returns by Sanis. Yeah, he lost the handle on that first one, but that was 2 good returns in a row for him.
Okay, and you know he was holding on tight this time.
Yep, it happens. See it at all levels.
Okay, so Humphrey's back in the shotgun, takes a snap, pitches it out. That's number 21, Michael Bennett. Bennett gets up to doesn't quite get to the line of scrimmage, and he is caught in the backfield.
Wrapped up by number 66, Morton and Halverson.
Look like Zach Morton, Halverson, and number 12, Bryce Opie on the tackle. It's going to bring up a 2nd 11 for the Bulldogs. We got 5:30 left in this first quarter, I should say. Excuse me. Got the Suttons Bay Norsemen up 14-0.
Yeah, you get to feel the Bulldogs are going to have to do something with the passing game, or
Yep.
to get the Norsemen to back up a little bit.
Well, and they run a good mix. They run the ball well. They pass the ball well. There's Humphreys out to, that's number 84, Cole Spencer, and just off his hands. He wishes he had that one back. And he had a little room to run there, too, if he would have brought that one in. All right, so that's going to bring up important 3rd and 11 here for the Bulldogs. They're still in their side of the 50-yard line. They're at their 45-yard line. So we've got 3rd and 11.
That was a good play call. Just didn't come together.
Okay, so Humphrey's looking over the defense. He sends Sanis in motion. Takes a snap. And look like the referee is saying, no, something wasn't quite right. And maybe the Norsemen, did they jump on that, Mike?
I kind of thought they had, but then the whistle sort of came after the fact. But that's okay as long as you get the call right. Doesn't
Referee
matter.
Donald Torres says yes, you're going back, so that is going to make for a 3rd and 6. A little bit easier than a 3rd and 11 for the Bulldogs.
Yep.
All right, Sanis in motion again. Humphreys in the shotgun, takes a snap. He's looking to throw. He's got it up there for Sanis. Sanis running and doesn't look like he was able to connect on that. He was looking inside. The ball went outside. So a little miscommunication there.
Yeah, and good coverage by the Norsemen there. Their left side cornerback, number 2, Evan Rohrback.
All right, so Bulldogs at midfield looking at a 4th and 6. Decision time for Coach Josh Crocker, head coach of the Mesick Bulldogs.
And it's always an advantage when you can have your quarterback back there in pass coverage because they understand a lot of the patterns, and that's late season, a lot of time to get that football knowledge, that football IQ, probably at the best point of the season for a lot of these kids right now.
Yeah, and as we're looking at the flags, the wind is gusting pretty good. I don't know if the wind messed with that pass a little bit. I think he might have tried to lead him to the inside. Maybe the wind blew it to the outside. So they're going to have the wind to deal with here for a little bit until maybe it dies down. Okay, so 4th down. Humphreys fakes. He sends him on a fly pattern. Mike looking back, that was number 20, Tanner Ford, and overthrown. So the Bulldogs are going to turn it over on downs again to the Norsemen. So the Norsemen are going to start their drive at the 50-yard line.
Not a ball game. Just need to have a good defensive stance here and go with the ebbs and flows of a game.
Yep. We've got 4:54 left here. We usually have that up on the screen for the viewers, but we're having some difficulties with that tonight. So I'll try to keep you posted on how much time is left in the quarters as much as I can. All right, so here are the Norsemen. They've got 2 split to the left, 2 to the right. That's Evan Rohrback in the shotgun. Sends number 4 in motion, hands it off. He's got some room to run, cuts it up the middle. That's Terry Fowler and Jorge Lewis on the tackle. Not before a gain of about 4, maybe 5. And that was number 4, Cameron Knob for the Norsemen.
And it's not Jorge's having a little bit of trouble getting his mark on this game tonight compared to what we've seen. So they're really trying hard to get blocks on him.
Oh yeah, he's been he's a tackling monster.
He's got over 100 this season in 8 games.
Okay, trips to the right, had a hard time handling that one. That is number 12, Bryce Opie. And he manages to dive back to about the original line of scrimmage. So it's going to bring up about a 3rd and 4 for the Norsemen.
Well, Jorge's definitely been a leader this year, so it's very likely that he'll figure out an angle before this night's over.
Oh yeah. And it's an emotional game with the seniors.
Yeah.
The finality of it all. Okay, here come the Norsemen, 3rd and 4, big handoff to number 44. That is Caleb Smith, and he looks like he is across the 40 all the way up to about the 36-yard line, and that is going to move the chains as the Norsemen have their offense rolling again.
Ethan Humphreys on the tackle, and it's a play up the middle, and our safety's making the tackle, so that shows you that the Norsemen are really getting a good seal at the line and then continuing their blocks into the linebackers.
Yeah, well, they definitely got some good size up front.
Yep.
Looks like they've got a good mix of athletes. Okay, he hands it off to Lucas Mikesell. Mikesell makes a nice cut to the outside. He's got nothing but green in front of him. He's got one man to beat, and boy, a nice tackle. I don't know if that was number 10, Ethan Humphreys, I think just got him out of bounds before he got into the end zone. That could turn out to be a huge tackle if they're able to make a goal line stand here.
Yep, that was a very big effort there.
Yep, nice run by Lucas Mikesell. Looks like he did end up getting him out at about the 4-yard line. So that's going to be a 1st and goal for the Norsemen.
You could really see Mikesell's speed when he cut that run back. Like, wow.
Yeah, he made a nice cut there to the outside. He's got good vision.
He does. Yeah, I know that you could notice that right away with him. He really uses his blockers, and he senses where the opening is on the field, like immediately. Just boom.
Yeah, he does. Okay, so we've got a timeout here. Both teams are going to chat it over just a little bit, and real important goal line stand here for the Mesick Bulldogs. They're already down by 14, and to go down 3 scores this early, boy, it's going to make it an uphill battle.
Yeah, it is. And Suttons Bay is, they're they're playing probably their best football of the season, at this point.
Well, considering what's on the line,
Yep.
both teams are wanting to march into the playoffs here, so
Yep.
a lot on the line. All right, so the officials are out there talking just a little bit, make sure they got all their communication going. And here come the Norsemen. We've got 3:12 left in this first quarter. First and goal from the 4 for Suttons Bay. They are looking to put a third score up on the board in this first quarter. That is Evan Horback underneath center, hands it off to big number 44, Caleb Smith.
Smith, the ball carrier.
Smith stops short of the goal line.
Brought down inside the 1. Second
They are
down.
awful close. So that is going to be a second and goal from about the, looks to be about the 1 down there. So they're going to be looking for their line to get a good push here. Warback might decide to just push it ahead himself, and that's what he's doing. And there is the signal. He did get into the end zone. Touchdown, Suttons Bay. That was Evan Rohrback on the quarterback sneak.
Running back Caleb Smith made sure he got in there.
All right, so another good push by the front line of the Norsemen. Yeah, they definitely got some size up there.
Yeah, they do. And their backs, even some of their personnel in the backfield also have some size.
All right, so that puts them up 20-0. They're looking for the 2-point conversion to go up by 22. See what they come up with for this. Looks like they've got trips to the left this time. Single wide to the right. Doesn't leave a lot of players up the middle, so quarterback, which is Bryce Opie this time, taking the snap. Number 12, he takes it, and it is a keeper. He's looking to get up there, but nice play by Jorge Lewis. And Jorge Lewis took it upon himself to say, no, not going to happen. All right, so real good defensive play by Jorge Lewis on that one to keep him out of the end zone. So that is going to keep the score at the Suttons Bay Norsemen 20 and the Mesick Bulldogs nothing. We've got 2:41 left here in this first quarter.
Yeah, you get the sense that Jorge has done his homework and he knew what Suttons Bay was trying to do there, because it was almost like he came out of nowhere.
Oh, yeah.
Boom, he had him tackled before he even got close to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and good play design. They spread everybody out and let the quarterback run. So
they were hoping for that one-on-one on the right side, but Jorge closed the gap.
All right, good defensive play. So all important, those 2-point conversions, they can make a difference at the end of the game. We got a lot of football left to play. Mesick has dug themselves a bit of a hole here, but that can change in a hurry in this 8-man football.
Yep, they just need to get a couple of breaks and get their offense moving.
All right, so Lucas Mikesell, the kicker for the Norsemen, taking aim. He's getting a good 10-yard start at the ball. Tends to kick it low and hard. There's another drive going to the left, gets a Norseman bounce. Looks like it's going out of bounds. And so Andrew Sanis made a good decision there to let it go out of bounds. Wasn't sure if it was going to get all the way out there for a second, but it did end up making it out. So that means Mesick is probably going to end up taking possession at the, the 35-yard line?
I believe so.
Or is it the 40-yard line?
Yeah.
No, I think it's going to be the 35-yard line where Mesick is going to set up camp for their drive.
Procedure penalty declined about the 35, first and 10.
Okay. Humphreys back in the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers out to the right side. Andrew Sanis in the backfield. Sanis takes a snap, goes up the middle, gets just out to the 40-yard line before he is brought down by number 86. That's Eric Halverson.
Halverson and Grant on the stop.
It's like a gain of about 5, so that's going to bring up a 2nd and 5 for the Bulldogs.
Good play to start the drive with. Good solid 5-yard run.
Yeah, and it's a lot of time left. It's so early. They don't need to panic. They don't have to, pass the ball down the field. They can still mix it up here a little bit. Try to keep the Norsemen off balance. All right, Humphreys is in the shotgun. He takes a snap. Another handoff to Sanis. Sanis is looking to bounce outside, and he's met there by 2 or 3 tacklers. Look like Caleb Smith and
Laux also in on the stop.
look like number 13, Michael Laux, sophomore, also helping out on that tackle. So that is going to bring up 3rd and 5. Got about 1:40 left here in this first quarter. Got Suttons Bay up 22-0 over the Mesick Bulldogs. We're at Baker Field here in beautiful Mesick, Michigan. And we got 2 5-3 teams going at it, trying to make their way into the playoffs for the 2017 season. Here's Ethan Humphreys. He passes it out to Sanis. He's got him in the flat. Sanis has got some room out there, makes a nice move all the way down to the 45 before he's brought down. That's Eric Halverson again on the tackle, and that's going to move the chains for the Bulldogs. And that was their best offensive play of the night so far, Mike.
Yeah, it was a well-designed play. They had a lot of misdirection going to the right, and he passed it back to the left. And we've seen Andrew plenty of times this year. He knows how to get the ball up the field.
Yeah, nice pass and catch there for the Bulldogs, and they are going to start at Suttons Bay's 45-yard line with a new set of downs. All right, that looks like Tanner Ford on the left side. Humphreys is going to keep it this time. He gets out to the left, puts his shoulder down, and he is pushed out of bounds. Looked like a little extra there.
Nice speed by Humphreys on that run.
Got all the way down to the 36. That is close to a first down. We're going to see where they end up marking it, and Donald Torres, our ref, says he's still got a little ways to go, so that's going to be 2nd down and short. We've got 47 seconds left in this first quarter. Bulldogs on the march.
Ethan, another one of our seniors tonight, so we know we're going to see him going hard.
Yep.
He always does.
Okay, he takes a snap. He's keeping it up the middle. Looks like he got across the 35-yard line, maybe to the 34, and that is going to be good for a first down. So the chains are moving for the Bulldogs.
Cameron Knob and Zach Morton again for the Norsemen, corralling Humphreys. You know, Humphreys, you have to say that he's a really fun football player to watch play.
Yeah, he is.
He always makes something happen in the game, and a lot of times several things happen throughout a game.
Yep, he's had a great year both on the offensive and defensive side of the ball. Taking the snap from under center this time. Gives it off to Andrew Sanis, and Sanis maybe gets 1 or 2.
Yeah, really well covered there by Eric Halverson on the front line for the Norsemen.
Yeah, and Halverson's been wherever the ball has been tonight. All right, so that looks like it's going to be the last play of this exciting first quarter. We have a score of 20-0. The Suttons Bay Norsemen leading over the Mesick Bulldogs. You are watching exciting high school football action here on 26 Sports and CCTV, and we'll be back in just a moment for second quarter action.